What's going on? It's Dom. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another mod. Now, if you happen to catch my last video, I did a walk around of my 2009 BMW 335i convertible and all of the modifications that I've done to the exterior. I mentioned in that video that I have 15mm wheel spacers up in the front and none in the rear. And the reason for that is when I purchased the new Falken tires, I went to a larger size than what was stock. I went 235s in the front, 265 in the rear. And I wanted to see how the fitment was with the current wheel setup that I have. I felt that the front were kind of pushed in a little bit. I wanted to bring them out more. So I went and purchased a set of 15mm from ECS Tuning. And now I feel the fitment is just right for the front. The rears sat pretty nicely up until I find someone on one of the BMW Facebook groups who's selling a set of 10mm. And I thought to myself, these might look pretty good if I just push the rears just out a little bit. So I picked them up, he gave them to me for a good price, got them to me very quickly, and that's what I'm going to install today. Now, they're ECS tuning, they're hub-centric, which means they have this little lip right here. So when you put the wheel on, it sits on there nice and firm and it doesn't wiggle around. Easy installation. They've also got a notch on the sides. When you're going to remove them, if you have to remove them, you can just stick a screwdriver in there and wiggle it out. I'm going to give you a close-up of the installation, which doesn't take a whole lot. Remove the wheel, clean it up a little bit, put some anti-seize grease on the back of the spacer, slap it on, and put everything back together. Let's get started. Before I jack up the vehicle, I want to loosen the lug bolts on the wheels first, so it makes it easier to take off later on. And I'm going to use this socket here, 17mm socket, and it's coated with a white plastic around it. It's a 1/2-inch drive here, and it's protected, so that way when I put it in to remove the bolts, it doesn't scratch up the wheels. It's nice and soft. So I'm going to do that first. Using my 1/2-inch breaker bar, which makes it a lot easier, just to loosen them up just enough. And of course, whenever you're tightening or loosening your bolts, you should do a star pattern, meaning you go from this top here to the bottom down here and then back up this way. Use that star pattern. And now that they're nice and loose, I can get to jacking up the vehicle. Now when I jack up the vehicle, I'm going to use this jack adapter right here for the pad. It goes underneath. It protects the jack pads that BMWs have underneath the vehicle. I just swapped mine out for some new ones. The original ones were jacked up. Now while I jack up the vehicle, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and click on the little bell so you'll be notified for the next video that I post. Now, as I said in my last video, I am in need of rotors desperately, so I got a set on order and hopefully they'll come in soon and I'll do the DIY on that. At one point, I was going to paint these black like I've seen some people do. They paint the hubs. They look really, really nice, but I didn't get to that. I know that I'm in need of rotors, so I'm going to just clean them up with a wire brush and some all-purpose cleaner. So that's about as clean as I can get. I'm going to put on some anti-seize grease on the back of the spacer and pop it on. And now with the grease on, we just want to line up any one of the holes. It doesn't matter which one. And that's it. ECS does sell a pin. When you purchase 2 sets, you get it for free. But for $10, there's a pin that you screw into there. It makes it easier when you're putting your wheel back on. I don't have it, so I've got to do it the old-fashioned way. Now that we have them on there nice and snug, before we torque them down, we want to lower the vehicle and then torque them properly. Well, I can already see that the fitment is a little better. The wheels are sticking out just a little bit further. I think I'm going to like it. We'll find out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I don't get any rub. But I think these are going to look mean. So I'm going to torque the bolts down. I go to 90. On the forums, I hear anywhere from 88 to 92. I go right in the middle. So I set my torque ratchet to 90 pounds. Wait for the click. All right, let me grab the camera quick and show you this side. The fitment It looks really, really nice. I think it's gonna work. Fingers crossed. Let me jump to the other side and finish this job. All right, let me show you the before on the driver's side and pop over to the passenger side, and you see how it was sunken in a little bit, not too bad. And now the finished product looks like this. You see how nice and flush it is with the body lines. I think it looks so much better. I do have concerns that it's really close and I may get some rub, but only a road test will let me know for sure, right? Okay, let me jump to the other side quick and show you that, how that fitment is. Look how nice and flush it is on that body. Perfect. All right, the job is done and the spacers are in. I am really digging how it looks. It pushes the wheels out just enough to give it a more aggressive look. I'm hoping I don't have any rub. I'm gonna take it out on the road, grab some lunch, enjoy some of the beautiful weather that we're having, and hopefully I don't hear anything. We can mark this one #AnotherMod. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And as always, take care. See you next time.